Get them in and starting off with a little pew pew eagly. Interrupting him in the air, calls fair in, goes for the little command grab action. Now, full screen, jumping attack, trapping him in. I saw Diddle streaming earlier, and he had some really nice Gento setups, and this man can definitely get 50% quite easily. Off that sweet micro duck, goes in with a torpedo, gonna get punished right away, but not get this combo going right away. Diddle comes on for the return. And Gento is out. The juggle is active, and this is where the damage starts to stack. And Gento is just a crazy team that we have seen so much. And what the damage this thing can do is definitely some 50 burger material right there. 566 damage right off the rip from Mr. Diddle. Going in with the little pop. Backpedaling carefully, interrupting him, stopping him, not catching the fair. Sweet duck there. Now, put into harm's way, backpedaling carefully. Maybe the jumping might get you, but not committing fully. Little torpedo gonna swing him in. The low didn't get him. 7 HP left from this. The Peacemaker drops right down, but it's just a free exchange that Ermac can win, so a free little down check. Gonna put Diddle up on this one round for this first game. Really following through. He's getting a nice little 12% every time he gets that jump. Not bad. Until he up blocks it, there's no harm, no foul. Torpedo just not doing any work to him. Look at him. Popping him up and slamming him down now. Following through with Gen it into the corner, and this one's going to hurt. 326. Do a little command grab. He gets stopped. Dead in his tracks. A nice up block. Stopping him, though, one more time. And it is his time to cook. Propping him down and showing him why this Ermac is legit. And remember, we got the brutality bonuses active, but playing for Otter, it seems. We'll put him up 1-0 on this set. Looking pretty good to kick it off in Skibbity Goo. And then I thought about it again. It's like, that joke went over my head for the longest time, probably about 20 years, so. The little shadow kick, get off me. Starting off, but with a jump and not going to do it. Gets up block, caught dead in his tracks, and this is where it starts to hurt. Following through, this damage is going to stack nicely. Gento combos are just crazy. Oh, it absolutely is a reference to Quagmire. But I was thinking the character itself, what could Giggity Goo be? And then, I was like, oh, no. That's a crazy little Sub-Zero freeze zone. Mr. Goo will take it over to the corner. Keeping the pressure alive and well. Catching him with the overhead. Not going to use that breaker yet. Pressure is up and gets poked right through the gap. No problem. 14% separating the two of them. Good up block there. Nice having the optimal punish, forcing the breaker. Mr. Goo slamming him back in. Pressure alive as well with the plus frames, and he continues. Catches him pressing. One more time, and we'll take that round. Looking sharp.
Take 2. Action.
Just a raw grab up in neutral. Smacks him back down. See what the move is here. Another mid check following through. Getting the side switch too, looking awesome. The check, giving him a good old tap to the nuts. Hey, how you doing? Interrupting the gap though, a little down low poke, and he follows through with the punish. And Gento's out again. Force a breaker out of Mr. Goo. Full screen. Attacks are happening here, and maybe, just maybe, the gap stays with a good catch and salvages it a little bit. Plus frames to move on to the corner strong. And he's got full height meter too, in a great position. Goo with another check. Trying to create some separation here. Slamming him back over the head with. Oh my goodness. The damage continues to stack. And it just keeps on going. 48%. Check from down below. I'm just going to do one thing to the bracket really quick. while these guys play. But yes, Alex, you will be playing next. Everybody enjoy this gameplay. In the meantime, I will be right back. I'm just going to change one thing with the bracket for y'all. Look at this. Almost done with changing the bracket up. Just, apologize. Y'all enjoy these matches, please, in the meantime. Alright, this is pretty good. Alright, so with Diddle taking that next game right there, came down 2. More strike, and he does it. Goes up 2-0 on the set. He has to get one more game if he wants to close the best for last. 2-0 on this beginning, though. Speaking of Xiao, making his appearance with the little Xiao Chameleon pick. Getting the run for his money. Bringing out the main. And good little donkey baits the armor. Swiftly feeling the power of this Ermac Janet. This Gento is crazy. Popping it back up. Look at the damage he is doing. A quick 379. And then some more. Janet is just doing the most work right now. Interrupts him in the air and the side switch. A little low check. How you doing? Going on set point swiftly. Diddle playing amazing right now. On the advancer right there. Goes for a little low poke and backdashes out. It's time for a little smack to the face, but rejecting him swiftly with some armor. Let's get the check from down below. But he'll drop that axe and throw some haymakers. No problem at all. Pops him up, and the juggle continues. Janet extends this thing out, forcing a breaker now with these two on the jump and gets an up block there and pushes him away fully. Backpedaling some more. But he's still walking down menacingly, not scared at all. He's saying Ermac is an approach me kind of character, and I'm going to play right on top of you. There's no in between. Because he dominates the close range game. But Xiao's got some quick buttons, but not. Makes me wonder who's going to actually take this matchup. But nice little fatal blow there for Giggity Goo. Smacks him upside the head. What's your opinion on this matchup? About who wins this one? There's the Jade Glaive back in. Now once again moving in, but he's just still only going to lose meter here. Bell Juice finishes the job with that last little 48 damage doing it. Nicely done. Oh, no man's land. In neutral. As they are both fisticuffs. The Xiao having the axe down finally catches him with an overhead check. Now with the round each, tried to catch him with an overhead connection there, but not going to have it. Walking in with the mean standing two. Drop that axe. It's time for some more pain. Haymakers are thrown. Little toes are being stepped on. He's doing the most. Up block. In victory's grasp here, and with one low check, he sweeps the legs from underneath him. And Diddle takes his first loss of this set. 2-0 turns into 2-1 as Giggity Goo. It's a shame he got clipped the way he did, but dude, that Takeda is fierce. That is a serious threat. Really excited to see you guys play each other and meet again. We'll see who takes that match. But your Cyrax is fierce if you're playing Cyrax. Already in Sento, this is the toughest position. What is Xiao even gonna do here? You can't poke, you can't, I mean, you can't armor, but you gotta get the hell out of this. And just like that, Denshi just goes on a roll. And when he needs the dub the most, he goes to the one that they call the main. And it's good having diversity in your pockets, really. And the fives, the fact that you can play around different matchups, and it really seems like Shao might struggle in this situation. He doesn't really have a good check for Sento, and got him in the air though. Building up this damage. There's no losers bracket, nope. But we got a big announcement too. Y'all should stay tuned for. If you follow me on Twitter, you already saw it, but this one's a big deal. Pop him up. Look at this damage he's doing. 19. Jade coming back will hit. Negating the set point one more time. Bringing it down to a final round. Still, could this be Did I say Juices? I meant Giggity. We're hiding his identity here. It's smacking him down with Sento from afar. Good jump in right there. He's going to cash this one out. Ball went through, stepping on toes, and haymakers are thrown. Overhead connection is made, and he is doing everything he can to seal this one. Breaker had 50% separating the two of them. Just backpedaling and forcing to make the approach, and he does have Sento out, and he's stuck in the sandwich. How do you get out of this? At this position here, he's got to make a crazy read. And to up block him with a block like that would have been crazy, but that just is not the reality right now. And the brutality is had for Mr. Diddle as he takes it in a 3-1 victory over Giggity Goo. So he will advance and ready to see what he can bring to the table today with this Cyrax sector team. Ketchup and Mustard, and he is just AFK to begin it, and they are just gonna play through it seems, and good little catch in neutral. Following up with some big haymakers, and maybe, just maybe, the first opening might fall to you. The goop is had, but defenses are up. Good anti-air converting this one. He's gonna spend the meter. Cash this one out. Check from down below, throwing a couple elbows, and he got goop. This is where it gets sticky. He could very well feel the bomb setups, and that becomes a reality. That's another check in neutral, but not falling victim to it yet. His blocks effect efficiently. Carries him over to the corner. Pops him back up for some more damage. He's going to throw those two bombs down, and this is where I desync if it happens. It seems like it's good now. So he's going to spend that down to make the conversion as well. Look at that. Nicely done. Just to get a little bit. And is this Fatal Blow going to hit instead? And Sector Rocket will absolutely cheese you out at any moment's notice. Feel the wrath of Cyrax for a minute. Still mashing. Ain't alive. That might actually keep him alive for that one frame he got. And just getting hot out in no man's land. Feels the wrath and goes on to round 2 with a little chip on his shoulder. As Alex is out in neutral, throws the first check out to him now. Little Kobe with the bomb. Following through. Next gen going coast to coast with it. Punching him down, 274 damage as he gets him down in a tight situation here. Can Alex create some separation? Next gen's going to be on the gas though as he puts him right into the corner with a great setup, spending the bar to make it happen. But now he's got Tremor, and he can really make him involved here for some really tough blockable setups. And just like that, going to get that up cameo involved. 190 damage, one more chip, and you might get caught. But Cyrax is a damn hard character to get out of these setups with, and now you got to guess, man. What is the move? It's just a down 2 on wake up, looking at fear in the eyes. Does not bite one bit. Little check out there, gets it in the air with a slight delay. Now it's getting a little scrappy. Down 2 conversion made, couple haymakers. Follows through with some more damage, force it breaker out. The bombs are back out there. Teleport not going to be the best move though. He's out in the corner, but the second you get in these situations against Cyrax, you really don't want to be caught between these bomb setups. Once you're in a throw loop, it is so tough to get out of it. But he can't afford to do anything too unsafe. But now that the group is out, the first bomb is thrown. Does he keep him going for the setup? Pops him down again. This juggle. Good neutral duck. Baiting the grab carefully, spikes him back down. Next gen, put up on the gas. Does it in style. Swing of brutality needed of the Bombo combo. He's up and swinging those blades out in neutral, shaking it right off. problem at all. He's going to catch this one out nicely. Gets a nice 36% up in the corner. Good rejection coming out for Alex, though. Good duck hat. Bombs are back up there, kicking him and resetting in neutral. Waits a second, and the second he lets go of Blanc, he thought he had an opportunity there. The delay is what kills him. That allows this bomb combo to extend out more and more. I think it's with Takeda's. Maybe he can actually outrange Cyrax just a little bit. It's just the fear of getting gooped up in Mooch, which is a crazy sentence. He might delay it here. Oh, he's going to let it rip. Yep. It's for all four, and it's a knowledge check at that point. Not falling victim to it. 20% separating the two. As they work at each other. Good catch out there to catch this one out. Breaker had 100 health between the two fighters. There's a little bit of goop down his way. Now following through. Good rejection out of the air as Alex gets that round, salvaging his reputation. Ever so slightly. Not just kidding. This is a damn good fight. One tit for tat. Round for round. Trying to get this game tied up. One setup at a time. Bombo loops continue on. Good overhead read to continue it. Ochak is going to give up his turn because of it. Not worth it as he pulls up into the corner. He's got Tremor now too. Wonder if he's going to find a good mix here. Good opportunity to bring him in. He might be waiting for a combo to do so, especially having Crystalline Tremor up. Little low check. Another one. Force and Breaker out. Full screen they go. Gooped up with another rocket flying at you. Defenses are up for next gen. And now with the Crystalline Armor, this is a good opportunity to strike. Not playing the game that Cyrax wants you to play. You can go right through all that. Oh my goodness, what a nice conversion that would have been. Crystalline Armor back up. Wait a sec. Hold on and get rejected by Cyrax. Pardon me, Sector Fatal Blow is absolutely annihilating next gen on that jumping attack right there. 30 HP left as that scales out. The chip damage just bringing it down to the wire. Low HP situation and just sniping next gen out of the air. Does it with style. ALEXXIZNASTY goes and takes it 1-1 on the set.
Cyrax wins.
Goes on to the third game. Oh, man. 1-1 on the set. Into the Sundome Festival at nighttime we go. So check, it goes into a nice little grab, follow it through with a rocket. Big old goop starting it off strong. As this continues. We got more bombs and more resets happening at 32%. Not getting in a complete throw loop, but he is just stuck holding that block button. No room to breathe. The bombs come back up. Trying to snipe him out from a distance. He walks in with another snipe. He's trying so hard to get a combo going off those, but he'll take the free chip damage. Oh, it's about 9% it seems like he gets off every hit with those. Not too much. Oh, he reflected the goop? No way! Almost had something there. I feel like there's an opportunity you could have had there with Tremor. That's a hell of a move to reflect the goop. Overhead check gonna get him though. And this is not where you want to be. He's gonna have to eat this one. Nothing you can do. No breaker to be had. 309 damage taken away from you. With the lead at this set and this point, momentum starting to swing in the favor of Alex. Good little jumping attack. Another overhead connection almost made there. Goop thrown out from a distance. He is inching towards him and smacks him down to the ground. No poke had. And back down again, up into the quarter. 258 piece. Good little neutral duck escapes the grab. That would have been a painful loop. You would have been in there. Finds the opening and takes it. Evades a potential loss right there. keeps his lead and goes on to the final round looking strong. This is tit for tat. Tries to snipe him out from a distance on a jump in. Good catch there. It's time for him to cook up a little bit. So he gets the little star thrown out from a distance. He goes straight in, follows through with some goop, but a breaker is had. Now out full screen, a good little throw. He's throwing the Kobe's. He's throwing everything down in his direction. What is the move here? Snipes him out from down below. Good catch out neutral. Not enough range out of Tremor there to catch him. So it's a standstill with a 30% lead in the favor of Next Gen, and he is just keeping the aggression on, not letting him breathe for 1 second here. Does a couple different mixes, but the only thing he can consistently get is that projectile landing. That crystalline armor really keeping him safe here. Nice move. Gets him with the EX meter burn. And with about 5% left in his beautiful micro duck right there for Next Gen. He takes that one directly from the hands of Alex.
Takeda wins.
And what do we have here? Do we have a 12? Very happy to have him pop up for this tournament. It was really cool to see that, not gonna lie. Not to mention ALEXXIZNASTY. Got my boy Juice who played. BWood. Justnasty, like, come on, man. This is a good tournament, bro. Diddle will be in the semifinals. Yeah, he played round 1. He played first. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. It was hype. It was so hype to see that. Carrying on into the mid-screen. Let's see if he can close it out. Just keeping the spacing effective. Almost get his combo going right there. Bait coach and chat once again. Big bait. Rocking and rolling here. It is looking very good. He's going this round 1 of this tournament. Popping him back up. The cartwheel in the air is had. We got a big announcement too we're going to be making at the end of this tournament, so please stay tuned. To the very end, make sure you're ready for this one. God, these combos are so flashy. They really did an amazing job of making Takeda look cool. Throwing everything at the wall until he finds something that sticks. Alex finally says enough is enough. You're going to get throw looped and you're going to like it. Welcome to the goop zone. Oh my god. Are you telling him that I actually purchased Geo's Fight Night? Hey, now that you're verified on Twitch, I think you're making the millions now, man. So the rights might be up for grabs there. Threw a damn rocket out from a distance and not gonna land it. Trades back and forth between the two. Conversion made. Takeda wins, putting it on a set point. I have $8. Me too, man. I have $8. I will run an entire tournament of just ads. That'll be the move. I'll make millions. Smacks him back down and with a little cartwheel popping up, double rocket. Action is here. The bombs are thrown. Everything falls in the hands of ALEXXIZNASTY. Look at this throw loop. This is just disgusting. This is where you put the controller down. You can go make some ramen. You ain't escaping this, man. It ain't gonna make no difference. These setups are so freaking hard to get out of. This is what he's been going for this whole time, and he loves this. Look at this right here. Even just the chip damage from all the bombs, too. Finally creating some separation. Needs to get that crystalline armor up and do anything, and just sniping him out of the air with an excellent read. Putting him at a Game 5 situation here, making him fight for every bit of this match. ALEXXIZNASTY brings it up to a game. As we go into the next match, still rocking home the Cyrax. He has to. Takeda, the Tremor, the same team for Next Gen, both rocking and rolling with the same teams. We'd love to see it. Riding out to the very end. And I do love seeing the good variety of characters. Haven't really seen should have met him. He did see a Kenshi video. Kenshi's pretty fun to watch, though. I find it. Some people are like, oh, it's boring. It's a sandwich. I'm like, I don't know. It's pretty cool. They're both zoning. He goes in. Doesn't get a full combo there, but just a good little trade. Keep his turn. This one's going to hurt, though. A little bit of bar. Well, he had at one point 30%. Goes for a little hard to blockable setup with the Tremor Rock falling just before he made that approach. Interesting tech there from Next Gen. There's a big overhead. It sets up the bomb combo again. What do we have here? Oh yeah, more damage. Wait. He's got armor. He used it before it came off. What a great play by Next Gen. Solidifying it and putting it on a set point right now. Can Alex clutch it out? He's going to use that fatal blow a little early in this set. We'll see.
Take 2. Action.
Beautiful stage 2, just as a side note. Those pokes between the two finally creating a bit of room to breathe. But it's very much my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. It's been very flip-floppy back and forth in this fight. Quite scrappy. Hasn't been total domination up until he's had those throw loop setups that he's able to get with Cyrax, but with that armor up, that's such a hard counter. It's very tough to play against that. Projectile game doesn't work, and that's a whip punish you could definitely cash out on. Is there enough meter here to make it happen? Without dropping, you very well could do it. Smacks him down, and just almost has the end of it. 38%, it's going to take a miracle. Smacks him out of the air with an anti-air, and this is where it gets crazy. He's got the bombs to make it happen. The rocket is back up. What is the move here? Just out of there in neutral. A little down throw from down below takes him out and puts Next Gen Assassin into the next round over ALEXXIZNASTY. A 3-2 victory, and nicely done for Next Gen. That was crazy. And if it's another DC, this is game over for old XENO here, but so far so good on this initial approach, looking good. As I think we can start to play some Mortal Kombat. As a couple of these presses go between the two of them, the low check continuing on. The Rockets are had to advancing ever so slightly towards them. Good little standing 2 press. Continues on with some haymakers. Another big old move right here as he goes again and puts the pressure back on. 20% left, stepping on the toes with another press. Gets him down in no man's land range. 60 HP left. Kept him with the overhead just up close with a couple different nicks. Ends up getting the conversion, forcing the breaker out of XENO. Now stepping on the toes and dropping that butt of the axe right on the head of Lewis. Starts off first. Good little low check continuing on. He goes with a great grab, and the Rockets continue on. 110 damage is had. The roll. Following through, 257 damage is done. Takes that round, playing defensively properly, and that is good. For Belita's sake. Wow hat check out in there in the corner and following through with more pressure. Starting to feel the mix a little bit. And Lewis getting in his groove, and just with a split projection gets the Rockets popping back up. Now with a couple standing 2 presses, advancing on. More time, throw the axe on top of her. Psych, that is the second rocket gonna hit. Bring on the pain. That axe comes and smacks she's right back down. And in neutral they go. Rocket back up. Not going to get him with the axe slide, but the Rocket's going to cover just a little bit of it. Nice use of the armor right there. Put him into a no man's land range. Just like that. A beautiful micro duck. Lewis makes a great first impression and taking advantage of that brutality bonus pool. Looking good. Goes on there and gets the first dub. Way to make an introduction. This dude is crazy. Every time he pops in, he just makes his Omni-Man supremacy known. Popping through with a great combo to start it off. XENO keeping the pressure alive and well. And he does it so good with Johnny Cage Bravado. It's a great team. Low pokes between the two. Couple elbows are dropped. First is made, forcing the breaker. Yes, it does. If yes, it does have to be a regular mustache or a corn stash. Good pickup right there from Mr. Cage, throwing that Haymaker down and finishes with a strong boot, taking that first round. Doesn't plan to drop another one. Gotta stay alive and well in these things. Lau had his head, and then the buttons are pressed, following him up. Forcing breaker out between the two. Low poke is out once again. Another little back cameo use. Big old boot. Head check following him through. He continues with a swift overhead. One more hit is head following one more time. Again, I keep looping over what I say, but it is so true how much this Cage does work. Following through with Bravado to the corner. Sliding on past, but just outranges him. Going to be a tough little block set up and finishes the job with 100 HP to spare. Lewis hanging on for dear life. Get some of that Tarkon pack in you. Overheads are landed, and one more sweep out there. Lewis ends up taking this game again, putting it at 2-1 on the set. Looking good. Looking every round over XENO right now. My game is lagging. The mix can be very fierce. Louise. Good mid check. See. Bravado extending it out, 420 piece on a neutral jump, following up a couple buttons. Nice little catch there. Build up pressure in the corner. The Lau hat just making it so tough to defend up against. You can make Cage question going in or not. Pretty damn good thing, but this will be a punish out for there. Just for using that ball roll. A small whiff. Is this going to be enough to turn the momentum just a little bit? Forcing breaker does not want to have the chance of having that ball roll come out. Doesn't end up following through with buttons. That is tough. Could have had that round locked in with fatal blow, but got to land that ball roll and convert to fatal right after. This is the first opening there. 262 dropped him on him and end up catching him again, moving into the quarter, swiftly throwing some big boots and smacking him back down. 398 damage is had. The big mid check following through. The legs are throwing, the haymakers are had. It is just nothing. But pressure he is feeling. Couple punches now. Cartwheel is landed. Another tough setup to get over. Another set point in the favor of Luis. Luis, I don't know who you met, is who we're going to call him. They're absolutely gaming at this point in time. The nut punch, or lack thereof. 40% in the lead. This is a good way to even it out, though. They follow through with another tough setup to get over. Is alive and well and getting 35%. Onto another chance there to get their turn back, and I'm scared to down one check as much as possible, but it seems to be working. The plus frames can't bear it. Catching up this on an opening. Gonna land fatal blow. Is this death? I think it might be. That is death. That is crazy. Put it down like New York City. This game is not over. Moving it up to 2-1 on the set. XENO stays alive for another day. And brings it up to 2-1. Hang on, because we are not done yet.
Johnny Cage wins. Action.
Net out in neutral. Almost got him with a teleport, but on the punish, he gets him. In on that first hit, too. 215 damage, following through with Lovato. Leaving you guessing. I can get the overhead. Nice fuzzy guard. Did himself good. Back here, tried to outrange Mr. Johnny Cage, but he just has the pressure unlike no other. Locks him down, staggers a couple of those hits. Settling for 14 damage, leaving you guessing. And starting to feel himself a little bit riding this high of momentum. He's carrying up what might be a little bit of a comeback if he's not any type of advantage here. They're just going to be on the receiving end of this non-stop machine. Is Johnny Cage Bovado. A damn good way to do it and build up some more damage, and catches him once again. These are just great setups, especially with that Lao hat. We see a lot of Molina Scorpion, and that just provides another layer of setups to get in. A very reliable tool and works very well.
Final take. Action.
He is out in neutral carefully. He gets a slight little attack right there, smacks him back down. He gets the grab, flips him up to the other side of the screen. Now out of the corner, he gets his height meter up. Trying to force the approach, but just on him, spikes him back down. What is the move to get Johnny Cage out of here? And one whiff is going to be so costly. 2 times the nut punch. Not going to utilize that height meter to the best of its availability. But we'll make something happen with it. Just on the straight ball roll going in. The defenses are up for XENO. Brings it down. Very close out situation here. And now with a couple different presses, just barely. It is on the ropes. Fuzzy guard to evade the overhead right there. Breaker is had. Ups and back down. Another Lao hat following through. Looking good as they end up taking this set in a 3-1 victory over XENO. Nicely done. As they will advance on. Luis will go to the grand semifinals. That's what we're going to call them. Demons too. It's crazy what these guys are known for. The results speak for themselves, and I'm happy to bring these two to you right now. It's going to be a damn good set. Remember, the brutality bonus is active. Justnasty plays one hell of a smoke, and he ended up taking the whole smoke tournament that we did. We did a smoke-only tournament, and he pulled through and won the whole thing. So I'm happy to have him come along for this one, and I think BWood and him are going to be a hell of a good fight to watch, so please believe that we are going to have some fun with this one here. As BWood gets the first opening, as he throws those haymakers out there into the corner, keeping them out in no man's land. And I want to know who you guys think, takes care of this matchup the best, because me, I was a little confused here. There we go. God, the invisible smoke carries on with more pressure. Now with a great advancement right there, forcing the breaker out. 30% apiece. Those double rockets are coming in. So he gets the lower post, tries to get him mixed up a little bit with Trevor extending out just a tad. Is there enough room to pick up the damage he needs? And he gets it too. Justnasty is too good with it as he gets that first round over Mr. BWood. BWood advancing down carefully. He is getting those standing Q presses involved too. What is the move? He gets a swift grab. Flip him down the other side. Tried to get him to uplock there. You're going to feel the cost of that one. And with the axe down, it is time for mix. And defenses are up, and it's time for an opti punish. And he's got second or two. This is a tough situation to get out of. And the download just may be complete. So maybe we've been down this road before a little too much.
Final take.
Out of neutral they go. Good swiping the blade up and smacking him back down. He is in the corner. This is right where you want to be with Shao. Good anti-air. 2 whiffs. The defense up for Justnasty, getting moving. back down. Look at this damage. He is just wailing on him right now. Way to switch some momentum back in your favor on a huge 30% lead right now. He techs out of the grab at the opportune time. Falling through with more frames out there. Getting the cancels involved too. Tried to grab him, but just keeps second out of the grabs. The defenses are up for Justnasty. That is crazy. A third tech. This is nuts. As he continues on, he gets the advancement on, forces a breaker. That is crazy right there. I don't know if that was just raw skill or... God, this is a dogfight. They are going tit for tat. There's 20% between the two. BWood trying to get the sector cheese to separate them. And on the punish, Justnasty ends up taking this first game. Does it get the brutality as well? It does not. But will take this first one. Fatality tech, the finish him tech is just real. Dropped it. Back in the Dark Cotton Colony, we go into this second match, and Justnasty with a hell of a first fight right there. Going to continue on this momentum as he rides out this quarter pressure. It is just so tough to get out of. Basing a swift rejection, gets almost the overhead involved, but he gets a nice up block there. Good read out there for Justnasty, thinking one step ahead of the game. A good little cancel, facing adversity in this situation, smacking him back down and throwing these big smacking haymakers. It just continues on. Little jump up. They caught him a tremor though after, so leaving Shao in such a tough situation here. 50 HP is just not enough. But the dream is alive. And he's forcing him to make the approach and trying to read the move. Trying to read the movement in whatever way he can. Poseidon, what is up? I hope you're enjoying this fight right here. This is an absolute dog fight between these two. Big shout out to Poseidon. Love seeing you coming in through here. The revelation I had when I realized you were the same dude. I know we talked to ECT, but there's another ECT man that is here. You met Poseidon at ECT. That was pretty cool. But the revelation I had when I realized you were the same Smash player, I was like, oh, I know him. BWood's on an insane lead right now into this quarter. Nasty might be able to create a little bit of separation. Good command grab up in the corner. Smack him down with the axe. What's the move to get out of here? The defenses are up for BWood, but now he's in the corner. Not where he wants to be. Low press, techs out of the grab. Oh my goodness. Snipes him out of the air with that axe, and with that last press, it gets the side switch done too. Smoke does still have a teleport, and he's very tempted to use it at a moment's notice, but Justnasty, compared to a lot of the other Smoke players, he's very defensive. You have to play it. I remember I was watching his stream. He's another streamer too. So many of us. But he goes, Justnasty, the most patient Smoke player, and he said one thing. You know what he said? He said, I gotta be. He said, I gotta be the most patient. What a great reset right there, forcing the breaker out. That was just insane pressure from Justnasty. Seeing in the gaps, getting a couple different strings involved here. Maybe, just maybe, you might find some ground here. Swings that axe around 30% left. BWood, defenses were up. Gonna get a flawless block there at a perfect time. Can he clutch it out? He's got the fatal blow. It might be enough here to reset. Gets the toe stomped on the BWood with the highway robbery. Absolutely yoinks it from the hands of Justnasty. Crazy sequence right there to take this game and make it 1-1 on this set. Absolute robbery right there. This character is so cancer, he says. Nicely done from BWood. We got Jazzy in the chat too. Look at all the goats in here pulling through. We appreciate you a whole lot. Big W on your event. So those 2v2 tournaments are so fun. And you get, I mean, the cool thing about doing a 2v2, like a team tournament, is I think you have to do less matches on stream, but the matches you do get, players really get a time to shine. And I think there's a little bit of maybe coaching that goes involved with some of the players, obviously, because they're both in the call together. You kind of have something to prove. And your teammate can carry you, too, so maybe one character could get carried one game, and vice versa the other. It's cool. It's a cool concept for sure. Oh, my goodness. No way, Jose. What a crazy sequence here, Justnasty. No way he kills him. He's got the bar. Is he going to do it? Oh, yeah. Almost gets him with the 429. Last hit ends up doing it. Nicely done from Justnasty. Takes that round without it taking a scave. See, he's barely lost 100 health there. Smoke Serena. There's something about Serena really keeps Shao players in check. They cannot just do that. I'm going to say brain dead jumping, but they can't really just make free jump-ins as much and get that overhead they're looking for. So they got to approach the game a little bit differently. And Smoke Serena complement each other so well. Might seem a little scrubby, but I will not dare call this dude scrubby. Good defense up for Justnasty. Page the armor from BWood, and now with the buff coming up. And look how fast that meter builds up in the corner. It is crazy what that buff can do. Now you don't even have to really worry. If you have that breaker to use, you can go for a little unsafe mix here and just see what happens. And that get up delay. That get up delay was crazy. We got big wins in the chat too popping in here to see this victory from Justnasty as he goes 2-1 on this set, advances on, and this is a goal. Pedaling carefully. Now where is the opportunity to strike and feeling each other out in neutral? What is the move? What is the advancement? How do I open up this son of a bitch? He said buff raiding like right now. I'm in another state with buff raiding. You said enough is enough. My axe needs to get swinging. He smacks him back down. Overhead connection. Nice team made right there. What a crazy command grab right there for BWood. He goes in. Makes the impossible happen. He swings that axe just on wake up, smacks him back down. Go for a couple teabags in this midst. Ooh, what is the move right here? Gets anti-aired and stuffed into the corner you go. 16%. Kano Knives following him up. He has the punish. He needs Kano covering up the mistakes, and he just cashes that out. Looking good. Current lead in the favor of Justnasty, but that is very possible. It could get evened out with BWood if he goes on a good run right here. Fences are up for him. Flip him over to the other side, smack him down. Let's see what he can do. Haymakers are beginning to be thrown. It is so tough in the corner when you're fighting against this team. Little low poke separating the two, but a command grab stuffing him dead in his tracks. Rips that axe back down, uses that armor, and proceeds to continue on. He's doing really good. 56 health left. Serena blades are going in. Look at this damage he's stacking up, and it's his turn. Oh my god, it's his turn to turn the tides. This buff right here, he might just have something, but that meter is getting drained. He's invisible. What are you gonna do? What is the crazy thing is the most unsafe you'll see Justnasty play is only when he's invisible. He's like a whole different character when he gets in these positions right here. Clutches it out nicely and brings it into a set point. Right before you know it, can BWood pull through here? He's got just a slight bar lead, same health though. On the walk down, forcing them to make the approach. A crazy comeback is just the beginning of what this might be for him. He continues to get that meter buff. Look at that bar he just compensated out after spending it. Kano covering up a lot of that right there. Axe slamming back down. Haymakers might be thrown right here, or just maybe. The Shao's like to wait a second. Big ol' headbutt right there. Poor time. Kano can't stop this. Ride the tide of smoke that is coming down your way. Grip down, flip him out to the other side. 40% separating the two. Rita Blades are thrown. More time. Getting closer to these final moments here. He still has Fatal Blow though. This could go absolutely either way with the proper press. Where is the catch going to come? And who's going to make the approach? Is it just going to come down to time? But Justnasty has to make the approach. And that's where BWood feels the most comfortable. Now he's invisible. You don't know where he is. And the bold approach of invisibility is the craziest thing. And now you're in the corner. You got to play the wake-up game. And can he stay alive just for this little bit? The defenses are up for BWood. Just don't get grabbed is basically the name of the game. Keep him off you. You got the life lead. And just like that, a down two, putting it in no man's land position. That's the only way you're going to get that right there. So going down to time and absolute sweat pouring down both these players. 2-2 is the current score, and it's going to go down to a game 5. Backpedaling seems to be like the way he wants. So my impression is, I've watched Justnasty play a little bit. I've watched a lot of Smoke players. They almost want you to come to them. If they're able to catch you overextending, that's kind of where Smoke feels the most comfortable. And then when you're able to put the foot on the gas in the corner in situations like that, is where he starts to shine because he's just an unpredictable mix. But let's talk about BWood for 1 second, as he just gets a straight, basically a flawless, taking about 70 damage, maybe that whole round. On that teleport, Justnasty facing against him. Tech's out of the grab. And what is the mover right here? He is following through with some haymakers. Slicing that neck around, following himself, looking at him, and he's just taunting, maybe we'll call it that. It reminds me of like a bull when they're like charging up and they're dragging their hoof on the ground. That's kind of what Justnasty's doing with them cancels. Saying, hey, you don't even know what you're about to get hit with, and before you know it, look at that health bar as that just dwindles down, and he does it again as he gets a little flashy with it into a restand. The defenses are up, and he is just able to answer everything that BWood can throw at him. The leading damage will take him out. Final round between these two. Game 5. It is down to the final seconds of this match. 90 seconds on the clock to begin it. And Justnasty gonna find the first opening. Kicking him through down to the other side. The Stark Cotton Colony is rocking with these matches right now. As BWood makes the approach, tries the Kano laser. Maybe there might be a little bit you could do with that. Little low checks, maybe for both of them. What is the move right here? Following through with another cancel, trying to get him to overextend. Good up block right there from Justnasty. Gonna cash this out while it scales. Excellent as well. Forcing the breaker out. He goes in neutral. It is a tough situation here. He slams the axe back down. What is the move? He's just staring at him menacingly. Helicopter from Cyrax, and look at this right here. He finishes the job with one more brutality. Justnasty is just too good with it as he goes onto the brutality tracker as well.
The game again, or if they're actually going to let him play this time around, but
They meet right now. Neutral, and thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate you, Hayden. Welcome in. Hope you're enjoying that awesome set that we just had between Justnasty and BWood following. We have oDittle and NXTGen. I think of these matches that I get to see on stream. It's like seeing a crossover episode that you just never expected. Perhaps this happens in Combat League once in a while, but this is really cool for me. I mean, NXTGen has been playing in my stuff for the longest freaking time. And I love seeing him come in and still compete and hang. And hang, dude. This Takeda is some tough work. Fits his playstyle really well. He knows how to get the setups, although feeling the wrath of Tenchi, this is a shit matchup to deal with. This he is just going to be stuck on block, leaving him hanging. Let's get a little teleport, maybe around and forcing the boulder down. Smacking him one more time. And what do you do against this character? How do you escape Sento when he gets this pressure out and following up with that striker bombs? You're able to pretty much guarantee it without him pressing. Following through, looking nice, and just like that, little jump over it. This Sento sandwich, he gets a restand right there. Following through. Keeping him in check to evade Sento to stay in airborne and put himself away. Hoping that maybe, just maybe, he might not have to face the Sento sandwich. 29 HP left for oDittle. Good grab right there as he follows up with the bombs and just full screen. Maybe be able to close it out on this punish though. Taking care of the rest of that health. 152 damage, more than enough to finish the job. And on to a final round for this game number 1 on semifinals. Breaker is had. With a couple projectiles out from a distance. Goes for a little jump in. Maybe, just maybe. Get something going there. Up lock. See what the punish does. Break out of it. Doesn't actually finish up the combo either. I don't know if that was a drop intentionally or not, but phasing out properly. Finally get him to use that breaker. 12% is what he has left now. Dancing carefully. What is the move right here? Good anti-air. Now 90 HP difference. As he comes through and twirls those whips around and takes care of the last bit of health from the oDittle. 1-0 current score on Diddle out of this tournament. They're still gonna lock in and finish the job for himself. We gotta see what is gonna happen here. Getting caught out in neutral. Good up block out there. Now cashing this one out. Looking good. Next-gen assassin. Trying to take Diddle out of this. He is starting to build momentum. He's got a long way to go, and he needs to keep him in check so he does not get Sento off, but he is just feeling the wrath of Takeda. Really finding his ground right here and staying at a good range. Can't get him without extending too much. I wonder if he's going to switch over to Kenshi if this is their switch off of Kenshi, but he's definitely played his fair share of matches. I actually thought this would favor Kenshi, but the more I think about it, and look at the spacing, how much more range he has over those W attacks. Kenshi Takeda has a bit of an advantage here. Up for a great combo, 36% into crystalline armor, so not having to worry about those striker bombs popping up on you. Forcing the low like crazy, but now he has Sento out, and this is definitely what this character relies upon. So this is what will carry you, what will get that sandwich involved, and if he gets one restand right here, this is a serious threat to deal with. This chip damage could easily stack. He finds an opportunity to press and takes it. A little bit of bar left. Does he have time to use that breaker? On wake up. Good duck there from Diddle into the corner with Sento restance. He puts the pressure right back on and applying with full force, waiting for the right opportunity to strike. Just don't drop anything. Next gen stuck on block, doesn't want to let go. First wake up maneuver here. What is the right read? 50 HP and just with another swift, I believe that's an overhead lands. And he feels it. Diddle clutching that one out. Avoiding a potential for a 2-0 lead for next gen. Having the whiff followed up by the striker bomb is a good way to cover it up. Full screen now for these guys. Smacking them down. Making the approach. Throwing that blade around. What is the move right here? Smacking them from full screen. Just about, it seems. Follows the 316 damage on the wake up with the rock. Rock bottom is where he's about to hit as he follows through with a swift combo. Looking good. Up 2-0 on this set against oDittle. Couple different checks and neutral, and maybe the first opening might be had here. Flips over to the other side. 20% on the jump and keeping his foot on the gas. This is just another thing where I feel like Ermax really put up close for getting rejected by Trevor on that attack. As he is starting to feel the pressure now. Gento is coming out He did not drop the beginning of that one, so this one's going to stack up nicely. This is some very big damage we're going to see. Possibly a 50 burger, maybe a little more. And it goes above the 578 damage on that last attack right there. And trying his best. Close this one out. Spacing out carefully. The projectile is going to land there when he's got that armor up and armoring right through it. Looking good. Smacks him down. oDittle beginning to feel it.
Take 2. Action.
So coming back down, throws another snipe from down below. Smacks him out of the air and following through. Maybe, just maybe, there might be some room for advancement right here. Pokes are had. A couple different mixes. Maybe something will land. Breaker is forced out. Nice. Down with another projectile following through. He's got everything in his favor. Gento is back up again. This is such crazy damage. He got 570 damage off the last time he did this, and he's got bar to make it happen. 47% drops the tail end of it. Good up block. Not cashing this one out though. Pressure back on for Diddle as he goes onto the corner. More gets that grab, leaving him guessing. This is a good way to open up your opponent. And with one last strike with Gento following through. Diddle hangs on for dear life. It goes 1-2 on this set. It keeps himself alive. So landed into an ult skill like that. That was awesome. Fundamentals, baby. Fundamentals. 175 off a nice little down two. Next gen going back to throwing the haymakers at him. He's continuing on the pressure that he had these whole games. So when he's been able to build up this lead, it's been when he's been on these tears where he just gets ill damage. Good reads on wake up and follow through. Nice going at him for that bus range. Faking him out with a little low attack, but back on the offense, Diddle goes. Damage is had. Caught him with the screen there. No way, that's death. That's tough. Facing a set point right now, next gen on the brink of eliminating oDittle. Let's see what happens right here. It's a good opening right there. 350 damage, just a little bit more from there. Dropping up in the gap now up close. Got a long way to go and a big health lead to overcome. It's going to take playing patient, but just right there trying to get the armor involved, going to get stopped dead in his tracks. He's going to have to try something different. 30% separating the two. It's still anybody's game. First catch in neutral. Next gen doesn't get Sub-Zero working there, so not a huge loss completely as he goes on to the other side. Gets the pickup he was looking for. 30 HP with buff out now for him to evade any potential damage for his actual life bar. Playing a zoning game out from a distance. Next gen just seals it with one more projectile and goes on to the grand finals. Defeats oDittle in a 3-1 victory. I'm gonna give him a chance, so he's gonna press me beating XENO, so maybe just maybe. Might be another upset here.
Take 1.
Love to see the whole cinematic intro. I appreciate that a lot from the players. Flawless block right there. The teleport down and doesn't get a full punish there as well, because that Lao hat kind of covers up a little bit. Defenses are up. Luis, as he continues to feel the pressure. Some more cancels. Max right around to the other side of the screen. 110 damage taken off. Lao hat following through. What is the move right here? Ball roll following. Couple different cancels. He continues on these pressures, smacking him down. The blades are flying. The pressure is everywhere. And he is continuing on this momentum until he gets stopped dead in his tracks. The Melina is just a crazy motherfucker to deal with, especially the second you went off that block button for a minute. She's going to hit you with every button imaginable. 20%. Very small fraction of health left for Luis as he takes that last. Melina takes the last bit of health off of Justnasty. But usually the players at the beginning, the first set is where you pay attention to how they do it, where they get their openings from, how you adapt. It's all about set play. Cancel on move. This one's great combo extender right there. All those through with Tremor into this really tough blockable setup. It leaves you wondering what are you gonna do against him when he jumps over the other side. It's not like you can jump that Tremor mix. So very, very tough setup to block right there. Nice from Justnasty as he builds up damage on this combo. Waits a second to get the reset. Not gonna get it right now. That block continues up being effective for Release. Oh, splitting the seams between the lines and taking that one.
Action.
Loud back out. Backpedaling carefully. Throws a little low projectile up. Maybe there might be a catch there. But onto this final round. Justnasty wants to find that opening. Not going to get it right there as the ball roll gets the first exchange out of these two. Right now, and this little jump in following through, looking good as he begins to. Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, who is this guy? Who is this Melina? Is something else. We'll see if Justnasty can have a little bit of an adaptation there, but dude, this is crazy what he has been doing. I mean, you know Justnasty. I mean, he ain't no light work at all. That set with BWood was so hype. He had went to game 5. Absolutely took it the distance. Below post causing the flawless blocks between them. Now the ball roll advancing on. He is in the corner. Feeling the pressure. You feel the gas. Just step on it a little bit more as it comes down to these moments. Continues on with the ball roll and just doing some work. Everything falling into place right now. It is tight. Loud continuing. More checks. Maybe he might fight, but he is just waiting, playing a patient game. Smoke Cyrax, changing up the team too. There's a good place for Cyrax to be involved in this team. He really did good against BWood with it. Oh my god, that teleport is tough. On a round lead. He's starting to run with a little bit. Watch out, Luis. Might be some trouble right here. Popping back down. Maybe there might be an opening right here. Just going straight in, following up with another button, playing a little unsafe, but not too shabby. Canceled, involved in the corner, gets the reset as well. Forcing Breaker out. The Tarkat colony is still going crazy for this man. That knife flies everywhere. Continuing, bugging back a little bit like a bull. China shop. Pops him back down. Justnasty on his toes like a little person at a urinal at the tippy top, trying to get to the peak of this match. Right now he's smacks Luis right down to the ground as he takes this one. Really evading that 2-0 lead. Does not want to deal with that at all. Good little grab out in neutral. Loud flying out now. What is the move here? Goes with a little bit of a press. What is gonna happen? The exchange, Melina outgets him. Good defense out for the patient, man. Let's go. Smacking this blade around. He is him in a tough situation here, inching towards him carefully. What is the move? Following him up. Overhead connection made. Onto another low, and he bites again. Doesn't block low on it, and he's facing the wrath of Melina. up 2-0 right now. On a first-timer impression. That's just going with the ball roll, but the ice armor is a nice idea because it allows first setups with the Lao hat. Well, to not be as effective. He's not going to get hit by that Lao hat. It's not a mind game he has to play with, so now he can just read the actual mix that she's doing. As opposed to falling victim, but it's still no easy work evading these mixes. And Melina's got a crazy hit in that ball roll, which is so fierce. 472, they are dropping on him. Following through to the other side, making it happen, smacking him down, and just wait for the moment to strike. Almost had the anti-air there. Might have something. Might have something. Is there enough to kill? Has her frozen in time. One more swipe of the blade, and that is enough to take care of the last bit of health from Alicia Mint.
Action.
Good response right there. Following through with the Lao had a tough mix to get over and just faces the wrath. And we have Melina again. One more strike and no way. He gets it again with that. That is nuts. Smacking him back down. 11 HP. This might be a crazy upset right here. That Tarkot pack is hitting different. Up on a set point. Can they eliminate Justnasty, or is he going to finish the job right now and perform a crazy reverse sweep? It's going to take a miracle to make it happen. But never say never. They follow through. 50% difference between the two fighters. A great lead. Like I said, doesn't have to bite into that mix that Lao hat is throwing at him. That constant low check he's feeling. What is the move right there? Good defense up to make the strides to go back at him. Fuck those legs back a little bit. Following through. He is doing some serious work to him now. One more hit. And that does it with a brutality as well. Staying alive for dear life. And puts himself on the brutality tracker as well. And keeps it competitive. 2 upsets. 1 is and more to come. Stay tuned because we are just getting, well, midway through the tournament. But, you know, we're getting started with it. Now stuck on Sub-Zero. He doesn't have the Lao hat again to worry about. So now it's just pure Melina. So it is pretty much just... Oh my goodness. Advancing on carefully. What is the move right here? Couple strides of the leg. Build up some damage. I'm thinking if they go over to Movado, it's playing a lot more up close and personal game. Want Movado to follow up and extend these combos that they're getting because they really haven't had issues with getting openings. But all their openings were coming from Lao. So now with Lao out of the equation, Justnasty can play right on top of you without any hesitation whatsoever. This is a great cameo choice. Well, to play against, I think he would much rather play against Movado rather than Lao, but we'll see. First ball roll. I think this is definitely a prodigy nonetheless. If they are playing like this against, you said some of the best players, that was not an easy feat to up against. Just, it's not over by any means, but it's still quite impressive to be doing it with Melina. Maybe not the smartest press right there. A little bit of commentator's curse as they feel the wrath of Justnasty in the corner now. Facing, feels the right time to press right there. Low check again, biting on the Sub-Zero ice cone every single time. This is a tough situation to be in. Every single time they want to press, they're getting called out. And just maybe staggers out a couple of these hits. Movado continues it. Is there fatal blow in this? Oh my god. That's insane. That's death. Dude. Bro. Justnasty might have to hold on to that controller a little bit tighter than they had before. This is a hell of a fight right now. 472 damage dropped on that fatal blow, more than enough to kill. Can Justnasty stay alive for another day? Oh my god, the down two right there. What a crazy timing. Did not know you could do that. Into the mine they go. He's in the wrath of Lita. What is the move right here? And wait for it. The ice clone almost had the down two again there, but just missing the timing slightly. Gold bar between these two until that breaker. Health lead just about even, slightly in the favor of Justnasty, who's got the better kit. Cancels out that ice clone and just sets up for a perfect opening. They've been pressing every time they throw that ice clone out. The answer might just be right here. Wait for it. Just a down two. I think we can burn off Movado on there, but oh my god, this is bigger. This is way better. And what you got to think about here is the bar situation. You got to think he's going to go in for a grab or something like that to negate. Okay. 40 HP left. Justnasty needs to pull it off to stay alive. One touch could do it. No way. The ball makes the craziest upset I have seen. And another brutality takes Justnasty out of this tournament. That is crazy. Who is this dude? That is nuts. Let it be known that they are here and came to play. Welcome in as we get this thing started. The first match of the grand finals. This first of 5 will go off with a bang. Remember, there is a brutality pool, and this could absolutely go either way, as both of these players feeling the wrath, facing these first couple presses here. Takeda throwing these haymakers out onto the side, slamming them down. He's doing the most to him right now. Pop up with another loud setup. Following through. These damages just too much, and they are full string with each other on the little drop down, getting the answer, going into fatal blow as well. And there, this is the first big hit that we're gonna see. They go on 159 health is what is left for the Lucian Net. Tries with the loud mix once again, not gonna work there. Maybe we'll see something here. Another big strike. They get split up. Actions are landed. Tremor mix following through and just leaving them in no bits. Land up in the corner. Tries with an overhead mix. Follow it through. Big strides are had. We got utility in the chat, popping in for grand finals. Hope you're enjoying the show. This is a sleeper match right here. These are two people I did not, all due respect, get to be put in this situation, and with a grab and a brutality, Luis Vet just whips him at the camera. Absolute disrespect. We are kicking off with another big ol' round here and getting much better performance on the game now. This is a lot more pleasurable. An experience to watch and to play on the match too, so continuing on with the momentum he is riding. Which isn't nothing at all. It's just a hell of a run up until this point. Facing the first loss, and you have a long way to go. The thing is about a first to 5 is you get way more time to truly download somebody. Understand how they play, get in their head, the mind games ahead of themselves. So you start seeing Takeda. I mean, one thing that will carry you with a lot of Takeda matches is matchup knowledge against him specifically. Not a lot of people play this character. Gives you an edge. It gives you a couple extra moves that you can throw out. Might be, you know, a little unsafer towards the kind of neutral ending. Good answer though for a punish. See who puts up the damage. Well, it's very short. You can take a little bit more risk. Risk reward with Takeda. He can do some serious damage if you give him the opportunity to. And come down on a little mix right there. Let's see what the move is. Got him with the projectile, sniping him out from a distance. This is crazy. He gets checked out in neutral. Between these two, tried to get the ball roll involved. That loud hat did not work. Full strings are thrown. Backhands of disrespect Farhad, what's the move right here for Takeda? Following through, another big old stride, just forcing the breaker out. 100 HP between the two of them. Swinging those whips all around, and just in neutral, he ends up getting the ball roll. Cash out right there, gonna clutch it out with 20 HP, having a hell of a run right here. Looking to make it 2-0 on the score right now, playing a hell of a game. Next thing, gonna spend that meter though. Smack him down. Back at you again. Flinging him out to the side of the screen. Another big old kick. 57 damage on the jump in. NXTGen trying to get some wake-up presses involved, and he just inches towards him, ends up getting a little bit of damage stacked up to the top. Those mines are had underneath them, leaving Luis in a very tough position. The flawless block negating this chip damage. A clutch maneuver, tries to get the ball roll, but that's just not going to be enough to keep you alive in this scenario. NXTGen gonna take a point and a brutality point as well to get up on that brutality board. It's about damn time. Most shocking run I've seen in a little while, and makes me wonder what is in store for the future of this player. They are quite good with Molina, and so some of the flawless blocks I've seen in the game, neutral, the people they've beaten, been no light work. They have absolutely proven me wrong thus far. Two mines are had underneath them, and trading a couple pokes. Maybe there might be something here. Gets the teleport around and smacks him down to the ground. This is a, oh my god, so tough. Gets the ball roll involved. Went through another Lao hat to do it on the combo. He is working. A neutral duck. He follows through and smacks him down. Look at this damage he's doing. And he is continuing on the hype train. Another big old swipe of the whip, and he gets a round lead. First lead in this set for himself, and maybe the download has been complete. Oh, taking care of this Molina. But oh my god, does that not work every single time? That Lao hat setup is so damn good. And that's the mind here. We don't know if he's going to do that or stagger out more hits or go for an overhead. This really leaves you wondering. 24/7 on a teleport again. They are really killing it with that move. Big life lead to get over though. Takeda, if you want to close this one out, you got to play perfect. And that's just not going to happen. Good anti-air right there. He's playing good. Sleeper match is more than waking you up. A tie game right now. This is all about momentum and who can swing it back into their favor. Get excited because this is the pivotal point in this sense. It might seem early on, might seem like it might not matter much, but this is where you truly figure out your opponent. Nice catch. Cash it out too. How you doing? Look at that damage stacking up 373 and some more. Spin that bar. Drag him down, doing some work. 253 damage. Goes down, staggers out a couple of these hits. Just maybe there might be something here. The fight, overhead connection, made Tremor following it up. Another big old swipe, and this is where it gets sticky. And the last check ends up getting him. Stagger on top of stagger. Finally, you get something. NXTGen Assassin, 2-1 on the set. Looking pretty damn. Controlled a couple first checks, a little low poke had. Knocks him back down. You wander the side, another little low check. Want some work, let's see. Nice little neutral jump, carrying over good presses. Breaker had 145 damage, good anti-air. One more time. Oh, goodness. NXTGen beating up in the corner. He wants to just completely ride this high all the way to the end. Good catch out. That excellent spacing, and pull the trigger on Fatal Blow. Get that round up early on. Spend it. Feeling comfortable. Feeling like they can run with it now. You can't play too confident against Molina. Molina can humble you very, very quickly.
Take 2. Action.
409 damage taken away from them. More than enough to take the round. As they pull through right here. Another big old smackdown. Let's see what they can whip up. 296 right here. Into the corner we go. We'll check from back cameo. They're split up between the two. Stacking back down. Continuing with Movado. The right side gets him with the press on. Wake up now, building some. Swings for himself. Now 280 damage. As it comes down to the wire, 20% left for Luis. A couple of these low checks working. Catching him overextending just a tad, and with another brutality, they go up to 3-1 on the set, starting to run with it a little bit, and that brutality is key, but it is not over. Might have something here. Anti-air game now into the Low Hat again. Cooking this a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Neutral fuzzy and guarding a lot of these attacks with Takeda. A little low check. Good distance, playing a respectful game. Now full screen, trying to close the gaps in, but not going to have it. Tremor covering up the ass end of Takeda. Actually, really bloodshed right there for him. Thistle. Great position here to do some serious damage. Let's see if he spends the fatal blow. He absolutely will. And if I remember correctly, I don't know how bad this is going to scale. 479 is pretty damn decent. And the armor on top of that, too, just solidifying that round win right there for Next Gen. Looking good in these grand finals. They come towards each other out in neutral. The ball roll is the first strike that we see. Returning the favor, however. These guys are met. Very close together. The teleport kind of putting Next Gen in the tough situation in the corner, although he has been able to pull through. Finds his ground at the optimal spacing. 20% left. On more of a Tremor mix. Tries to get him involved there. Not feeling it. The neutral duck is just so crisp. Ends up sealing it. And a brutality as well to put Next Gen Assassin on the board at number 4 for round points. Grand finals. Here we go. Out a couple of those hits. Let's see what the move is. Low check. Wonder if he's going to be playing more aggressive just to try to close it out, or if he's going to be more or less the same game of spacing out. Sticking with what works, but people tend to play a little bit over aggressive, and when you get, I really feel like when you overextend on Melina, or really give them an opportunity to cook for 1 second on wake-up pressing or something like that, they cook you for 40-something%. Low Hat following through, and a little neutral jump. Good little poke right there from Melina. Jump in right there, getting the first press. Now following through with the ball roll, separating the two. 18% and a little bit more. As it gets closer to the tail end of this, Next Gen can smell the victory, but he needs to pull through with 2 rounds right here. Luis could absolutely pull it together for a grand finals comeback. It is not out of the equation whatsoever. But at the moment, Next Gen is just staring at victory. That ball roll was not perfect catch right there. It's just what you want to happen. It's not what's going to happen. 223. Taken away from him. Spinning that meter, not though, however. Their turn, looking right through the gaps. It is neck. Good ball roll catch right there, and another Low Hat following through. This very well could be death for Next Gen. He skills correctly. 21%, 1% HP left. Can he make the comeback happen? Is it there? Gets the Low.
support. Maybe it's enough to keep him alive. Wait, 11 HP, better block their life away. Oh no, we got knowledge check. That's crazy. Next Gen stealing it, bringing it out to a set point, and you're like, how many shurikens does this dude actually have? That is nuts.
Wouldn't want to be you right now. Final tip.
At a final round, looking to close it out. Next Gen smelling victory in the air. He closes it out. Now is the time. This is a great way to begin the closing moments for it. Smelling the victory. It is right there, right under his nose, and he wants to make it happen. Luis stuck in the corner, feeling the pressure, settles for a grab. The first attempt is evening out this health deficit, but an eye for an eye. Meeting you right back in the corner. Next to with the crystalline armor. 30%, not scared to throw all the strings, leaving the mixes with the overhead, leaving you guessing. And an unfortunate drop right there. Still room to breathe. Maybe, just maybe something might happen, but it's coming down to these moments here. And it is down to the wire, 20%. It's gonna take a miracle for Luis to pull this off. And the up block from Next Gen calling him out, forcing the breaker. Saline armor back up. No opportunity to punish right there either. So on the press, just trading back and forth, eventually falls victim to it. And Next Gen Assassin gets it in a brutality, ties the brutality pool, and takes the tournament too at the same damn time. Next